Hello everybody and welcome back to Watching Walford. I'm Ash and today we're going to talk about the simplicity of a whodunit, simply because, well, in Hollyoaks the stunt week's currently going on, just for anybody who is wondering. I will talk about all my thoughts about that tomorrow, so this comes out on the 28th. I'll talk about it tomorrow when all the episodes have been released, so I can get a big old, like, I can get all of the news, you know, I can get all of the information, I can form all the opinions. So there we are, that will be happening tomorrow, so set your calendars. Maybe I'll premiere it if you like, or not. Who knows? Tell me what you think in the comment section. There we are. But yes, today is to talk about the whodunits. You know, we'll start off with a very broad, what is a whodunit, why does it work, and then we'll kind of go through, talk about some of the more famous ones, and then we'll go from there. This is a bit of an idea off the top of my head, so I haven't really fleshed out the idea very well. But regardless, I'm Ash from Watching Walford, and let's talk about whodunits. A simple practice that is genuinely soap royalty. So, whodunit. Obviously, the most famous whodunit is, I believe, Who Shot Phil. That's arguably... Well, no, actually, you know, there was Who is Michelle Fowler's baby daddy. That was obviously Dirty Den. But yeah, obviously, well, the one people most pull is Who Shot Phil. And the simple concept of a whodunit is essentially have one person cause so much fucking grief to everyone that then now there's so many pokers in the fire ready to like fucking take it out. Just fucking like one more step out of line and they're immediately a massive mess. And you know, this recently has been done in Hollyoaks. Obviously, it's also being done in the Christmas flash forward. Obviously, the Hollyoaks have Rayne manipulating everyone, using and abusing for everything she could get. And obviously, this results in her death. Don't know who has done it yet, but it's essentially... It's a really fun build to a whodunit. Because first you have this person alienating themselves from literally everybody, which is always good. And then after you have them being alienated from everybody else, you then proceed to have the death, which is a shock in itself, because it's like, holy fuck. And usually, you don't actually see the death. You usually just see, like, you know, it's more of the suspense. You get the shock and you're like, oh, what the fuck? Who actually did that? And then you have, like, the next, like, a couple months, maybe even a year, building to who actually did the crime. And this is where you get to see all of the people in the firing line. Some red herrings. Obviously, one I recently rewatched was Who is the Gloved Hand Killer? Hollyoaks, obviously that was Lindsay Butterfield, where it was angled to be Kim, it was angled to be literally Celine, it was angled to be literally everybody else except Lindsay. So when it came that was the actual thing, you're just kind of like, whoa. What the fuck? Like, how's this even happened? So it's a really simple build to a very shocking death, and then to a very big, like, investigation where everybody's really secretive and everybody's like, oh, did you do it? And the answer is usually no, but it's why it's so good. Obviously, famous examples, Who Shot Phil, which happened to be Lisa Fowler. Who Killed Archie Mitchell, which happened to be Stacy. Probably should have been Peggy, really, but, you know. Oh god, I had a bunch of numbers. Who Pushed Ken Barlow? It was Daniel. Who was the Gloved Hand Killer? Who Killed Amy Barnes? And now the Rayne Royce Whodunit, and the Christmas flash forward, which is a whodunit in the fact that we have to wait to see who both the suspect is and who dies, which is a pretty interesting take on the whodunit, and it's a really good way to usher in a new era. But the main issue with whodunits is it's quite hard unless you have a very clear plan of how everything you want to build to. It's very easy to get a bit lost in the sauce. It's very easy to kind of lose yourself a little bit in there. And, you know, when you lose yourself in the moment, I can't do that, come on. But you know, when you get a bit lost up in some of the details and you start to kind of overlook some of the issues, it does kind of lead to some very, like, a bit shit, honestly. Sometimes it does lead to some quite shit whodunits, where essentially, the one that sticks out to me the most is Amy Barnes, classic Hollyoaks character. She ended up getting killed by Ryan Knight, who was I think he was like the guy from Blue, like Duncan someone from Blue. And, you know, like, and he killed her because she knew that he was secretly gay and he was too closeted, and then he murdered his, like, uncle or his dad or something, and it's like, you really killed off Amy Barnes for this? Like, classic Hollyoaks character, and she's just gone because of this weird storyline that culminated with him dying anyways. What other whodunits? And I guess there's also the ideas of when it's teased to happen, where it's like, oh yeah, no. Well, it's like when EastEnders had the big boat crash on the, I don't even remember, is it the 35th anniversary? I don't even know anymore. But you know, when they had the boat crash on the Thames, where Denny died. Obviously, they'd announced that one character was going to die in this. It was 2020. It was before a lot of the pandemic stuff kicked off. It was the 35th anniversary. Yes. But, you know, it was like, oh, who the fuck dies? Like, what an interesting thought. Because someone's going to die. And, like, the whole time I was like, oh, fucking hell. It's got to be. It's got to be fucking. It's either got to be Bex. Or it's got to be Dottie, and then it ended up being Denny, and you're like, oh, sound. Bit of, not really a shame because nobody really liked the Denny character, but also it didn't really pack much of a punch. Like, the most it packed is it's Den Watts' grandchild, but Den Watts is dead anyways, so, and Dennis Rickman's dead anyways, so it would have been nice to have that, like, soap royalty, that legacy character. But ultimately, it just kind of really came out like a wet fart. And then it endured the Sharon and the Ian wedding and the poisoning. You know, but whodunits at the core are such an exciting prospect because it allows us all to speculate on what actually is going to happen. And obviously this year has been such a good thing for it because we've seen so many good, like, video essays talking about the possibilities of who dies at Christmas. The last Who Do I Think Dies at Christmas video I thought was tremendous that we did. I thought we handled that very well. Has I got it on the channel yet? Yeah. Like, the speculation with the community is the most fun part because you're like, it's because there's always somebody who has a different answer to you, so it's always more interesting to, like, look and be like, oh fuck yeah, oh shit, I never actually thought of that. And you know, sometimes it does lead for some questionable theories, like current example is Nadine being a, like, hallucination. That one was a bit strange, but you know what, I have fun with it. I recently theorized that Carter Shepherd in Hollyoaks was going to be a cult leader, but instead he's only a conversion therapy guy. Kind of the same thing, really. But yeah, it's just, whodunits are so key to soaps because there's so much soap storylines and there's so much little stuff you can drip feed in if it's been really planned out. But if you haven't planned it out and haven't really taken the necessary time to explain and go through it, it's kind of a really big struggle. Oh yeah, also who killed Lucy Beale, of course. What is my favorite whodunit? Out of nostalgia, it's probably the Stacy one. The Who Killed Archie Mitchell, because Archie Mitchell, especially as like a young kid, you're just like, fucking hell, he's such a bastard. Well, not me, obviously. Fucking, oh my god, he's so mean. Yeah, I don't know, something like that. I liked a lot of the Who Killed Lucy Beale, except it kind of dragged on a little bit, and it ended up being Bobby when it could have just been Max or something. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really have a favorite whodunit as of this point because I've not really watched a lot of whodunits. Like, I've watched a decent amount of soap and stuff, but I guess my favorite is generally Who is the Glove Hand Killer? But that's because I'm absolute Hollyoaks sweat. But this leads to the other question. What is your favorite whodunit? You know, do you have any like amazing memories of like, who the fuck is this? And so far, I would just say this current whodunit of Who Dies at Christmas and even the one with Rayne can both be very fantastic whodunits. And I do look forward to seeing what we're going to get with this one. Because obviously it's been really fun to theorize who is the Christmas body, like, all year. And then who kills the person on the floor at Christmas. Like, it's such a cool, like, topic to talk about. I mean, we made 3 videos about it. 1 didn't get released, but 2 of them been pretty, like, big deals. But yeah, what is your favorite whodunit? Do you think that it's overused, or do you think that it's something that only gets brought out for the, like, important ones? I would say that personally. So yeah, there we are. That's been my video discussing whodunits, my favorite ones, and generally why it is soap royalty, why it is really fucking cool. And it's a great soap trope, you know? Like, it's one that's a tale as old as time. Just cause a mystery, and then we all get our little fucking detective hats on, get a monocle going, get a fucking Poirot mustache, like, oh, monsieur. Buddy David Benoff or something like that. What's his name? The Cockney geezer. Love it. Cockney plays a very passive Frenchman. Belgium. Sorry. There we are. So yeah, what do you think? What's your favourite whodunit? And are you happy with the ones we're getting just now? Thank you for watching the video. I have been Ash from Watching Walford. As I just want to say before, thank you to Danny May for mentioning us and shouting us out on their YouTube channel. It was a really sweet thing to do, and I do appreciate it. And I know I made a video from what they told me. I made a video after one of their suggestions. So, yeah, I just want to say thank you to them for shouting us out and just being very nice to us. And there we are. But yeah, it was very nice and very lovely, so I do appreciate that. And just thank you to all the people who are going through and giving a lot of comments, because it's been super nice. We've had like 8 months of fuck all comments, and now suddenly like everybody's like, man, I just found this channel, it's actually really cool, and it's really wholesome, and it's really nice. And I hope that we can create a community where we can all just get excited about soaps, and we can all talk about all the stuff we think about. And that's why I'm so happy that I decided to actually open up the channel a bit more and talk about Hollyoaks, talk about, well, I haven't talked much about Coronation Street, but I am going to. But yeah, if people aren't sure what's going on, I will be making a video, holy fuck, I will be making a video talking about a Coronation Street thing later on, but I will be talking about the Rayne Royce WHODUNNIT tomorrow, so make sure to stay tuned to that. But there we are, this has been a video on whodunits, and this has been a video called Whodunits Soap Royalty. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.